Hi, FlossTube.
Hi, FlossTube.
This is Just Keep Stitching, episode 11.
10 plus 1.
Yeah, we're on to the teens.
11's not a teen. I'm just saying. That's what you told me when I turned 11. So, there's that.
Oh, that's true. It does count in ages, but anyway.
Whatever.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to our channel.
She's Pam, by the way.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie. We forgot that part.
We're mother-daughter if you're new to our channel, and we've been having a blast making these videos. We don't get too fancy. We're just ourselves, and I think that's the only way we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, we want to welcome anybody that's new to our channel, and we also want to welcome back all our wonderful subscribers. We are well over 1,000 subscribers at this point, and so
yes, we are.
We
don't know about you, but we are.
We have been. We've been talking about the kind of giveaway we're going to do next.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lot of fun, just like the first one was.
Right.
So stay tuned for that. We're not going to talk about it this week, but
eventually,
if we get our plan together, it'll be maybe next week.
Right.
So thanks for all the comments. We have the best commenters, I swear to God, and we enjoy reading them. Of course, it's my YouTube account, so I have to read them to Stephanie.
To me, it's really nice, like a bedtime story every day.
And if I have to answer questions, I kind of ask Stephanie what she wants me to say on her behalf. But it is
sometimes she doesn't.
I always do.
I'm just kidding.
And especially if she gets such nice comments like she does,
right.
Make sure to pass them on.
Right.
But Just Keep Stitching is my YouTube account, so that's how that rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's talk about WIP, Stephanie. What have you been working on?
I had a very boring week. I'm just kidding. I mean, it hasn't been boring, but because my life is not boring. But okay, so I have 2 WIPs. I haven't finished one. We're not going to cite you right
now.
This
is the WIPs portion of the program.
If you let me finish my sentence, I will tell you that. I'm not going to share that with you because I'm not going to give you all the excitement right out the gate. I want you to stay here for a minute. So we're going to give you the boring stuff first.
There's a build-up here.
Yeah, it's very exciting. My cat is going crazy over there. It's funny. Okay. So my first WIP is, this is what I stitched on last week while we waited the 87 hours for last week's video to upload.
Yeah, which is one reason why we're going to skip all the fancy technology, because it just takes too long. Holy crap, I put that laptop in my bedroom where the cats don't go, and got up the next morning, and this stupid video was still uploading to YouTube. Yeah. So we're just going to keep it simple, folks. Just simple. Simple folks.
Simple folks.
All right, just keep going.
Okay, anyway, just keep Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful. This is what I worked on, like I said, when I was waiting for our video to upload last week. It doesn't have the picture on the back of it, but like the big long, but whatever. So I'm doing this on 32 counts Zweigert linen in ice blue. Not like a whole heck of a lot of progress, but like the bottom border's coming along, and I really want the picture. The picture's probably coming out true, so there's that. But yeah, and then I got I think the flower I finished before last week's video, so I really didn't get a lot of progress done, but whatever. But the reason that I didn't get a lot of progress done is because, I'm trying to fold this back in my head, is because I've been working steadily on my other piece, which is Got Candy, which is part of a whole series done by Amy Brucken. Oh yeah, the other one's Elizabeth K, if you couldn't tell. If you didn't know it was Elizabeth K, you're on the wrong channel. So, just kidding. But there's a whole series of these girls, and because it's my work, I'm like one of those I'm a highlighter. If you can't, you probably can see the highlighting in there. Yeah, that's because I'm a highlighter. I'm a highlight stitcher. Because my stupid butt will get lost. I have an issue. I can't put this down. It's like a thing. But Look at it. Look at that. And no, she's not on a pogo stick. Okay. That's the bottom of her other heel. I'm trying to get it so you can see the sparkly, but it don't really matter. Whatever. Look at my Instagram page. You can see it better. But this is on 28 counts Scorpio Jovelin from Sparkly. Yeah. Yeah. So love this. I mean, I literally I was so daunted by all of the yellow.
But it came out perfectly. It did.
And I was like, how do you do the yellow so I can do her sparkly boots? Because if you can't tell, her boots are sparkly. You can't tell. But there's purple sparkly in her boot. And it's really cute. And so also P.S. Hashtag True Confessions. The other night, I was like, oh my gosh, I completed my black cat. Okay, first of all, what's the difference between this cat and this cat? Oh, I don't know, it's just missing a tail. So this one time I was like, I finished my cat. Yeah, I didn't finish it. And no one called me out on it because y'all are so nice. But I said that to my mom yesterday. I was like, or whatever, the morning after, I was like, there's a whole other half of that cat I didn't do.
Now, I have something to interject here. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when you look at a whimsical pattern like Amy Brooke and stuff, right, you don't see all the details until they actually get stitched. And I thought the cutest part of this that she's done so far is the fingernails. Okay, so if you look at...
There you go.
Well, there. Oh, you had it a minute ago.
Right there.
The orange fingernails just cracked me up. And in looking at the picture in the magazine...
You wouldn't tell. Yeah.
It's just one of those little cute Amy Broken kinds of details that I just think it's just so cute.
And don't worry, her other hand's painted orange too.
Yeah,
well, her fingernails are.
Fingernails, yeah.
And this is what, literally what kills me. I have to look at the pattern because I don't want to misspeak, and I'm not going to. When I pulled my colors for this project, I was like, ooh, cool, 2 shades of orange, 2 shades of green. Not you, Amy. Okay. See those cat eyeballs? Those are 704. The arm of the witch is 702. I never have to use 704 again, though, okay?
2 eyeballs.
Okay. As much as I appreciate the detail, how necessary is that?
Yeah, the whole supply of GMC, we're good.
Right. So it's not a big deal, but it makes me angry. I mean, not angry, throw shit angry, but angry really? I mean, whatever. It's cute. I'm going to finish it. I don't care, obviously.
Oh, yeah. It's adorable.
So, yeah. So, because of that, I haven't been able to do anything else like participate in sales or anything. So, there's that. So those are my 2 whips. Literally. So, you'd think, last Saturday, I think I worked on 3 projects alone. So, this week's been very not that exciting. So, anyway. Pam, what do you got?
Well, I started Bite Night by Prairie Moon.
You had last week.
And I continued to work on it. So, I think I showed maybe the start of Dracula's collar, maybe. I don't remember.
The same thing that I did with Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful, you did with this. So while we were waiting the last week's video to upload.
It was the upload weight.
Right, yes.
So this is my upload weight. It's on kind of a mottled gray. Mm-hmm. And,
I don't think you had his eyeball. I'm sorry if you did, if you saw this.
No, I don't think so. I think I continued. I was kind of determined to get his, there we go. There we go. There he is. So, he does have black hair and everything, but I just wanted to get those yummy yellow, eyeballs in. And, this has been really fun. This has been really, really fun. So, I'm enjoying it. And that's been my whip for the week, aside from the ornament that I did get started,
and aside from her finish,
and aside from the big finish that I did work on because I was determined to finish it. So let's talk about finishes then. There's a segue. Right. I saw one.
If ever, watch out, here it comes. So this is my finish. So her finish, I totally like one-ups my finish, but whatever. It's cool. This is my, hold on, let me check my app. This is my 14th finish of the year. So there's that, and this is Be Naughty. I want to show the fabric.
Oh, definitely.
Be Naughty by Lizzie Kate. And this is stitched on 28 count candy cane by Chromatic Alchemy. It's kind of looking like that shaving cream type of stuff.
There we go.
Really?
Yep, put it into the light. Okay. You got it. Yep.
Whatever. I just feel like it looks weird when it's not straight on. But anyway, I want to show the beads too. So we didn't buy the bead kit. We went to our ELEVENTH keepsakes, and we found she has a bead box that's really fun to play around in. And also True Confessions. Oh yeah, okay, so hold on. The True Confessions is at the pile of snow underneath the tree. We did that in Beach 5200. Because it's not worth it. It's not. And then also, okay, I don't have the pattern sitting over here. But let me just, so, see this? This is a Christmas tree, is it not? Yes, it is. The Christmas tree has a trunk. Does it not? Yes, it does. In the chart, there is no color listed. It's a totally different symbol. There's no color listed. I have no idea what I did it in. I didn't write it down. But I just went through our box.
Oh, yeah, just pick a brown.
I mean, yeah, but still, isn't that weird, though? Is that like a thing people do? Or they just like, hey,
somebody
whatever.
didn't proof it.
Whatever. I mean, well, look how cute that is. So we decided that when I finished this, that we're definitely going to shop this fabric. It's like, how can you not? I mean, come on. I don't really know how I want to finish it, but I think it'd be really cute as like a flat fold, like up on the mantle or something.
Yeah, that would be cute.
Yeah. So that's my finish. So it's cute. Number 14.
It's adorable.
She ironed it for me though because I'm a ding dong and forgot to. Excuse me. Pardon me. I forgot to iron it before I put the beads on.
Right.
That's fine.
It pressed up really nice. If you want to know how Chromatic Alchemy fabric is, it presses up like, you know, we used to say presses up like a handkerchief. Boy, does that make me sound old. Anyway, so you guys remember seeing my Angel of the Sea and how I talked about that I had bought all the materials and started it 17 years ago. And that seems like a long time, but I truly think there's a possibility that this project predates that start. Seriously? I really do. I've been thinking about it, and I think I started this before I started Angel of the Sea. So we're talking close to 20 years ago. So just so you know. It's a kit, Dimensions Gold kit. I believe it is still available. It's copyrighted 1997.
It is still available.
And so there you go.
I do know that.
And it's called Birch Point. I have also stitched Macintosh Mill, which is finished, framed, and I usually display in the fall. So undoubtedly you will see it on our fall wall, which we will.
The wall of fall.
The wall of fall. In a soon to be recorded video when we switch out.
September happens.
Yeah, we'll probably switch out.
Because what is it, Macintosh Mill? Yeah,
Macintosh Mill came out lovely. I love it. It's one of my it's one of my favorite pieces. So this one is more or less of a lake kind of scene, and so I was just determined to finish it this week. What was left was an unbelievable amount of French knots. And I think I might have mentioned maybe last week that I had started the French knots. Well, what I discovered in finishing the French knots was that those initial ones were too large. In the directions, dimensions, directions, they go on forever. And there was a 3 in parentheses. What that 3 in parentheses meant was 3 strands of the color, which was orange, stupidly, I had started those French knots thinking I wound the thread around the needle 3 times, which is, of course, rarely. Who does that? So, in order to finish this piece, I had to finish the French knots, go back and take those larger ones out and redo those so that the size was all uniform. Thought I was done. And really almost was to the point of folding it up and realized, oh, there's that tree on the left of the house that needs branches and French knots. So, I've gotten tons and tons and tons of wonderful compliments on Stitch Mania and on Instagram. If you don't follow me on French Instagram, don't follow me. Don't follow me on Instagram. It's PG Soap.
The Facebook.
I actually put the piece on the ironing board and then ran my camera phone over it so you could see some of the details of it. Isn't it?
I mean, it is. Just
phone camera?
Camera phone sounds so like 1998. I don't know.
You're right. It does. But sorry. But you get my drift. Right. So, here is birch point. And there we go. There's a lot of super cute details like the dog in the buggy with the frames for the painter who is standing in front of the house with his easel painting. There is the bird on the post right there in the center. There's the cool signage that Wysocki is famous for. The American flag. The evil trees. Not because they're evil, but because they're just really hard to do. A lot of straight stitching and then those terrific French knots. The chimney that is obviously going, fireplace is obviously going inside. The oar symbols,
not stitched.
Right? The oars above the window. Love that. Let's see, which way am I going? There's another little sign on the left that has a little whale on it. I love that, naturally. So, here's Birch Point, and,
I'm sorry, but you need to show them your back, too. Like, I'm just sitting back here looking at the back of this.
No, I don't think I will. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's amazing.
So I got, Stephanie Kine on Stitch from Stash was very generous in what she thought I should give myself for Stitch from Stash credit because it is full coverage. And what we discovered after I posted this and everything, we kind of got curious and we went through my stash, and I have 2 other Wysocki kits. I have some Dimensions Wysocki leaflets, believe it or not, that really are quite cute. There's a Cape Cod Summer, and there's 2 or 3 other ones that actually the leaflets look a lot simpler to stitch than the kits. I don't know whether when Dimensions kits them up, whether they just, torture us with additional back stitching. I don't know, but yes. But anyway, I remembered, I don't know whether you guys do this or not, but sometimes, because I watch a lot of television and a lot of movies, and I sometimes can remember sections of my stitching, what I was watching at the time. And when I was working on the French knots, I remembered that I was working on some of the yellow crosses, the little tiny leaves in the trees, not the Frenchies, but the other ones, when I was watching The Making of a Murderer on Netflix. So how long ago was that? But I do have associations with some of my stitching in terms of, when I worked on it.
Yeah. I do when I've only been stitching for 4 months. So.
And this is not going to be relegated to the, some people call it the, the bag of shame or whatever. I don't think there should be a negative connotation to all the beautiful work we all do. But It's not going to stay in the bin for long. There's a framing sale coming up this fall, and I think I will take that in. That was no longer. That was my oldest whip.
So what's your oldest whip now?
I think maybe it's the Winter Maiden from Mirabilia,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
which I will get back to as the weather changes and the season changes. I'm not, just like Stephanie said last week, I'm not a big fairy person at all, but there are some mirrors that
Ugly face, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I feel about.
Oh, you're ugly face?
Yeah,
Oh.
I would never call you ugly on YouTube.
But so that probably is my oldest. But I've brought my, what do you want to say? My oldest project history up quite far. I mean, I think I mentioned this last week. I got rid of a lot of old projects. Not got rid of, finished.
Yeah.
A lot of old projects last year. Like I said, I have a very strong sense of completion. So, I don't have things that will, never be finished. I'll find a way to finish it somehow.
Even if I have to, when she's 97, I have to push her arm up through the hole in the nursing home. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah. So anyway, I feel a great sense of accomplishment, and I appreciate everybody's comments and compliments. And
she's like, I have 787 comments. I'm like, I hate you.
Yeah,
I have 12.
Yeah, I kind of broke Stitch Mania the other day, but that's okay. I love it. I love it. Don't get me wrong. We all love it. I know we do, and it's what encourages us to keep going in, as we say, keep on stitching. So that's my finish.
See, she totally went up me, right?
And we both got RAK'd this week.
Yes, we did.
And we'll start with.
Okay, so I have this organized.
She's got us all organized in piles, people.
Okay, they're not in piles; they're just stacked in
no,
pile in order. Not piles,
just orderly.
Okay, so my first. Okay, so the first rack I got, they're basically in the order that we got them this week. But so the first rack I got is from Leslie. I'm not gonna say her last name because I didn't ask her, but she is from Pennsylvania, and she messaged me. It was either on Facebook or Instagram, don't matter, but she sent me a message and she was like, I have a ton of Lizzie Kates that she's wanting to get rid of, and the same situation. Can I send it to you? Yeah. So she sent me a really nice note and stuff. So these are the two Lizzie Kates that she sent. This one is called Boo. I think I'm going to do different fabric this time. I feel like it gets a little bit lost on this, but yeah. And that was the first one she sent me. And then this is Hats Off to Halloween. Love that. I love the striped hats that the little cat is peeking out around of. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Get out of my life. It's so cute. And he's got little, watch the two cat eyeballs be the only kind that colors you don't frickin' pattern. And then she sent me, this is a drawn thread. It's called The Cat's Meow. And she included, I think that it's the only week's dye works that it called for. The rest is all in DMs. I almost said an echo because that's the color I saw. And then all the beads as well. It's a no hip petite bead. I love it. Look at that. I like the colors and all that cool stuff. So, yeah, so that's cute. I'm like, oh, it's pretty. I haven't decided before. And then she also said that she included a bonus, and it reminded her of Maine, and that she thought I would like it, and she was alright. This is by Angel Stitchin, and it's called Mercy.
I love it.
I think it's cute. And I don't know if you can tell in this picture, but the fabric is Heatherfield, and yeah, I love it. I'm just a big Heatherfield fan right now, but it's cute. By Angel Stitchin. So thank you, Leslie. Much love to you. And then the next set of racks was, so I was the only one that got stuff really nicely, because it wouldn't be a week without me getting a rack to me personally. So, the next one was from Bub Me, is what her Instagram name is. I don't know exactly what, I think, oh, Angie is her first name. So, she sent both me and my mom stuff. So, from her, she sent me, I'm like, if you watch our channel, which clearly you do if you're here watching, I love inspirational quotes, and the card she sent says, it's kind of fun to do the impossible, which is which is a Walt Disney quote, and I love that. So,
Nice.
yeah, thank you. And she sent me, and she said, you're so silly, because you don't need to apologize for opening them, because I would have done the same. But we all remember from the Cross Stitcher magazine, these guys. She sent me a handbag with the floss. So now I'm going to have to start to bobbinate, because if y'all keep sending me bags of these things, then I'm going to have enough for all my floss.
Well, it'll be good for a project.
Yeah, no. So, thank you. So, what did you get from Angie?
What did I get from Angie? I got a cute little metallic tin needle box, and I do use these, so thanks.
Yarnology, is that who it's from?
It is from Yarnology, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And here's more proof that you people really do listen. The Jeanette Douglas Friendships Have No Borders, which has the Canadian and the American flag on them, and I just love it.
I like the beaver.
Love it.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Just saying.
The beaver is adorbs. The beaver. And then the Liberty Bell on the American one. And there is a little gold star for the American one, too. The charm is included. Thank you so much.
Well, that was from her, too.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just going through.
Whatever.
Oh, she sent me the nicest note about what she does for a living, and she talked about her life a little bit, and how much that I deserve a little rack every once in a while.
We don't need to get racked.
And the nice big pattern, and this is really funny because she apparently is in Bloomington, Illinois, and I'll talk about that in a second, because she sent a chart that she'd obviously purchased from the Counted Needle in Bloomington, and it's a Diane Arthur's Patriotic Welcome. Isn't that gorgeous?
Look at that Cardinal Nicole.
Look at that Cardinal Nicole is right. Yeah. And I will definitely be stitching this. This just looks so fun. I love Diane Arthur's Imaginating, and she is one of my favorite designers. And so that's a for sure.
For show.
So, thank you to Bub Me.
Angie. Okay. And then I got one more back from,
well, I got another one too.
You did?
We'll end with it because it's so nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Is from Sarah Killen. It's kind of like, I call her rack because it's like just a gift from her, but she has a YouTube channel now, so you should go watch her. But she's just super, super sweet, and I think was the first person I ever got racked from, so there's a special place in my heart for her. But, so we had some sort of discussion, and she saw on, not last week's video, but some video that I was searching for a certain issue of Cross Stitcher magazine, and she sent me a copy of that, and, anyway, so, this is the pretty card that she sent with it.
Yeah, 'cause she makes cards.
Right. So,
Very
really pretty.
Yep.
And a huge note, and, yeah, so there's that. And then, okay, so the Cross Stitcher magazine, I'll save the best part of the rack for last, had this cute little, it says Stay Cool necklace kit, and it's like a little ice cream.
Isn't that cute?
Precious. So, and then, this was the issue that I was searching for, right here, and it is issue 320, the July 2017 issue of Cross Stitcher magazine. So I had wanted it because Emma Congdon of Stitcherolia was, isn't it Yugoslavia? Why do I always question that? I think that she had some sort of like thing where she's in every single, whatever, every single issue. But me and my boyfriend, we like to write like letters to each other. I know, like it's not like in the mail, but whatever. Notes to each other. So, isn't that pretty?
The old-fashioned typewriter, I just love the retro.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's just really cute. And I like the little emojis at the bottom.
The colors are so fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. So, Emma Condon, good job. Once again, you sold me on it. Love it.
Yeah.
And then also, as a bonus, so if you're familiar with the magazine, you know that every single little issue, they do a new alphabet.
I did not know that.
Okay, well,
but hey, look at this.
Here's a fun fact. This picks. Love it. The reason I like it is not because I eat bacon, which I do eat bacon. Why is it present? The reason is not, I mean, I do eat bacon, don't get me wrong. However, the Cincinnati's nickname is Porkopolis. We have a marathon every year called the Big Pig Jig.
No, it's the Flying Pig.
The Flying
Marathon.
Pig. So whatever. Okay, it's got pig in it.
We talk about pigs a lot in Cincinnati.
Yeah. So the long story short is that back a long years ago, whatever, there was a lot of German immigrants that settled in Cincinnati, and it just became a big pork-producing city.
Yeah.
So that's why pigs are like our thing. So I'm going to do, which you can kind of see in here. See, this is like the name Molly. It's super cute, so I'm going to get all the words and do Cincinnati. So we do have a Cincinnati, Ohio wall, so I thought it'd be cool. So it's not just Cincy, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But it was an added bonus. Thank you, Sarah. Mm-hmm. However, the best is yet to come. So, fact number 1, I'm a Lizzie Kate fan. Fact number 2, I like quotes. I saw this on 123 Stitch and I was like, I need it in my life. This is called Wouldn't Life Be Great? And I'll read it to you. It says, wouldn't life be great if sweatpants were sexy, Mondays were fun, junk food was good for you, girls didn't cause so much drama, guys weren't so confusing, and saying goodbye only meant until tomorrow. So, this is like my life. So, I love this. Sarah is working on this pattern. Is working on this, and I saw her doing it on Instagram, and I was like, what are you doing? And the fabric that she was doing it on looked so yummy. And I was like, well, I need it. Because thankfully, everything happens for a reason, if you ask me. And I have not started this piece. It's been out of the wrapper for weeks. But I just haven't started it for whatever reason. Well, so I inquired with little Miss Sarah. And I said, what fabric is that? I want to get some. And she told me it's from the Crafty Kitten, which I honestly like. But it's a 32 count Joblin in Dawn Blush. It kind of looks like sherbet to me. Like, orange and yeah. So then I was like, oh, thank you so much. And then she sent me a message and was like, well, I have the other half of it and I'm sure that it would fit. I'll send that to you too. And I was like, okay.
So nice.
Look at that.
It's kind of,
I wish you could see it.
It's kind of flesh tone with pink splotches.
It's so and it's really soft.
And it'll be perfect for it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Love this. So, I haven't exactly done the math, but I mean, if she cut this in half, I mean, she got an 18 by 27 piece, so she just cut it in half, so obviously perfect. If it fits with Sarah, it fits with me. So, I'm really excited. I need to go look, and see what other kind of fabrics the Crafty Kitten has. But there's some not there. But yeah, so I have already pulled my threads for that. And there's a couple more fibers I have to pick up at Keepsake, but we'll be doing that next week. So,
and Yvonne. The Night Owl's
our most anticipated night of the day.
What a dear, dear, dear woman you are. And what an expert seamstress you are. I was not expecting this at all. And how appropriate, because, as I've said before, I do not need more patterns.
Right.
She made this beautiful poppy project bag for me, put in a sweet, sweet note. She has, and I know you guys know, there's lots and lots of people out there making project bags.
We'll tell them that the zipper is brown, which is really pretty because it like pulls the browns from the flowers, which is really pretty.
Yep.
Sorry, I just missed it.
And then the lining is wonderful.
Yes.
This is so nice and stiff. And I took it to the shop on Friday for World Cross Stitch Day. And I was showing it around the room.
Yeah.
And we have some, gals in our stitching group that also quilt and so forth.
Right.
And they were saying,
how incredibly well made it
what
was.
Great stabilizer and whatever it is, interfacing. I don't know what the terminology is. I don't sew now like I used to years ago. So.
Well, and show them too the where there was seams on the inside.
It's all pink. It's all, with pinky shears.
Look at that.
It's all just.
It's really cool. I don't know.
It's just lovely. So, I didn't,
it yet.
Leave it empty for long. That's where my Remembrance Day is going, and she knows I love poppies. Yes. This is just so beautiful. And if I say any more, I'm going to cry, and you wouldn't want that.
No.
But because I'm an ugly crier.
We're both ugly criers.
But this is so lovely, Yvonne. And I'm sure most of you know Yvonne. Watch her videos faithfully. If you don't, you should. Night Owl Stitcher down in Georgia. One of the Southern gals. Love this so much.
Yeah.
So much. So thank you very much. Okay.
Now we're on to the haul, right?
Now we're going to talk about, did we talk about
haul yet? No.
These yet?
No, not yet. Because that's in haul. We paid for those.
No, we did not.
We didn't?
No, we did not. No.
Oh, well then, never mind. Okay, I thought we did.
Okay. I'd be broke if we paid for these.
Okay, so never mind. So there's another right. This is what happens when you don't.
Do we know who they're from?
Yes, I know who they're from.
Oh, cool. Cool. Because if not, we'd wait and give you credit next week.
No. They're from Crazy Annie.
Oh, Crazy Annie. Annie Miller. Girl.
No, I mean, I thought we paid.
You know what I noticed? I was looking on your site for something I'll talk about later. But your Bonanza shop is called Annie's Crazy Stitchin' and Stuff. Stitchin'. So, right. Just like Just Keep Stitchin'. Right. So, we've got that connection. So,
you can talk about it first since you knew that it was a rack before I did.
She sent me a private message on Facebook, and she said, I know you guys are on a Prairie Moon kick, and I have some if you want them. And she sent me a list. And we looked at each one of these. And
yes, we did.
We said, yeah, we want that one. Oh my goodness, we want that one. Okay. So the first one is, and I checked, these don't come cheap. No, they don't. The house that Jack's built too. Is that not the yummiest thing you ever saw in your life? In your life.
And you have to do it on that fabric. What's the fabric that it's on?
Well, something similar.
It's 30 count angel hair by Weeks Douglas.
Who knows? I don't like Weeks
literally
fabric.
What it said.
I know, but I don't like Weeks fabric. It's too floppy and so forth.
Well, whatever.
But something similar you could find. Yeah. Is that not the yummiest thing? All right, and then we're feeding. Why is
Look at us.
Just stay still. Just stay still a second.
There you go.
Okay, we're back. 1776.
I even like that. My favorite part is this little friggin' spiky jacket. It just juts out there.
I mean, seriously, this will be stitched. I mean, It's all going to get stitched.
I mean, obviously.
I may be on oxygen, but it will all get stitched. Okay, and then she sent two more that Stephanie
She also gave me this from the Stitchy Kitty. It's the I can't show you the trunk because even though it's free.
It was those free paws.
Yeah,
Stitchy Kitty.
She sent me the Spring Kitty one.
Yeah, the paw.
Yeah.
The kitty paw.
And I got 2 prints myself.
These are so fun.
So this one is called There Was an Old Woman, and it says there was no woman who lived in a shoe.
Check this out.
If you can't tell, the house is a shoe.
Just into the light. There you go.
Yeah, but they can't read it if it's that way.
All right.
Look at the teeth, though.
Oh, my God.
Sorry about the glare, but look at the teeth. And this is all done in crescent colors and some gas and some CMC. And, yeah.
Well, it was called Crescent Colors. It's now the new name, whatever.
No.
Have I got that backwards, too?
Yes, you do.
Oh, good Lord. Well, you guys know what I mean.
So, my mom loves her teeth, but I love her cane. I don't know. I just think her cane is hysterical. Whatever. And her hair is kind of legit, too. So, that was the first one I got.
Some of these I've never seen before.
Mm-hmm. Now we have. And this one is called That Kitty. And look, check it.
The Weeks fibers and the bat button. And the bat button.
And the fabric. So I can't see the whatever. So I just think it's funny just looking at like we each picked the right ones. Like obviously this is something that I would stitch. Hi, look at that cat. I mean, what kind of cat lady would I be if I did not stitch that cat? I mean, but
you have to be booted out of the cat.
I think it's so funny because like both of my pyramids call for cotton threads. And both of hers call for silk, so like she's at clearly a different level of stitcher anyway.
Really.
She is. But I just think it's cool that the ones I like I can stitch.
Oh my God.
So thank you, Annie.
Thanks, Annie. We love you.
Thank you. Okay.
Let's see.
So,
now haul.
So you can
haul that we've actually purchased ourselves.
Right. So do everything with yourself, please, because that's all I have.
Oh, well, I buckled again, folks. Julie McConnell's wonderful FlossTube channel. Check her out, Julie McConnell. Mm-hmm. She showed some of the framing that they had done for some of their customers. And one was looking down so I pronounce it right, Marjolaine Bastin. She usually markets her cross-stitch kits under the Lenart or Lenarte, I'm not sure on the pronunciation, label. And this one's called Pumpkins. And my heart.
I'm like, what is this in the mail? And she's like, it's a pumpkin. I'm like, what?
I had to get this from overseas. I'm not sure where, but look at this. Yeah. Look at this.
It's from Arts and Design.
I happen to like not only orange pumpkins, but I love the bluish and the greenish and the whitish pumpkins. And so so glad we caught this on Julie's channel, and I just had to have it. And of course the Lenarte kits are all sorted floss. Yummy, yummy, yummy. This is gorgeous. So I'm so happy to get it, and I wouldn't have even known about it if I hadn't watched FlossTube. There you go.
There you go.
All right. The other thing I got off of eBay, I put in a safe search for these. You all know Hands-On Design, Kathy Haberman's wonderful line of designs. Hi, Kathy. Hi from Mason. The tennis tournament is starting up this week. Can't go anywhere near there. Traffic is just terrible. Anyway, her old designer label was Cherrywood Design Studios, which I'm sure you know. And at one point, 2012, looks like, they did a series called the Dictionary Series on plaid.
Okay.
And they were these, kind of definitions of different stitch terms. I love these. So
she did other terms too. She did like home, and she did
and some of them like pincushion.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's for a seamstress. Obviously, not a cross stitcher so much.
Right.
But the ones that pertain to cross stitching, needlework, I just love, and I'm going to do them all. So I have stitch, and I have scissors, yep, and I have floss, which the model's on red, kind of cool, floss, and I obtained on eBay in the last week chart, okay? So there are 2 more in this series. I'm just going to throw it out there, people. I'm not necessarily asking, but just in case. There are 2 more in the series that I would love to get. One is needle and one is linen. So if you see a source for those 2, they haven't come up on eBay in my Save Search, but if you happen to have either needle or linen in that series, those are the only other 2 that I would be interested in obtaining.
We need to bring them home.
I would love to have them. So I just throwing that out there, folks. Just throwing that out there. And then, you know, we talked about Turkey Bay last week and how funny that chart is from Plum Street. Just love it. And my friend Jill, hi Jill, she's a local stitcher, and she knew that I was cracking up laughing over this chart because it's kind of comical Thanksgiving humor. Comical, of course it would be humorous. But
Speaking of dictionary terms.
I had asked Barbara to hang on to this for me over at Keepsakes, and I just decided I wanted it to come home with me. It's from Primitive Needleworks, and it's called Turkey and Pumpkin Pie. And again, the humor. I mean, she's chasing the darn turkey with an axe, and the pumpkin is running as well. So anyway, to get back to Jill. So Jill said, you know, Turkey Bay that I showed last week. She said that'll go great with turkey and pumpkin pie. So it's Primitive Needleworks Turkey and Pumpkin Pie. Had to bring it home. Also, on the topic of Plum Street, I had to get, for obvious reasons, Cape Cod Keeps. You've seen this. Other people have shown this. Nautical, Wales, Cape Cod. Yeah, it had to come home. Yeah. And then I had not seen these until somebody stitched them for a friend who was traveling from Ohio to another state, and so they did like the little thing, right? 2 openings in the frame in the mat.
That was Vicky, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hi, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
And so I had not seen these, and I thought I'd seen all the Hinzites. So I picked up Maine.
And the charm is a lobster.
And the charm is a little sterling silver lobster, the pewter or something. And Ohio.
And what's the charm? Is it a quarter?
Yes. It's a little cardinal.
Nickel. Stitch it.
So, yeah. So that was a few things that I picked up at the shop. Why don't I just transition to yours and just say that we hope you all had a wonderful World Cross Stitch Day.
We did.
We went over to the shop on Friday, which is the 11th. I know some people celebrated both on the 11th and the 12th because obviously some people still have to work, unfortunately. But we went over and we went to a bakery that is kind of an institution in Cincinnati called Buskin's. And
we ate the last cookie. We should have waited.
Sorry, I just ate the last one. But we bought 2 dozen Fiona, as in the hippo Fiona.
But the picture was a whole thing. It had Phoebe and Henry and Fiona.
Right, and they were on each cookie.
That's her mom and dad.
So we took 2 dozen Fiona cookies and went over to World Cross Stitch Day. And I did a quick little pan of the room and posted it on Instagram. it was pretty funny. This one's licking her floss, so
you all do it, so don't even.
Yeah. So we hope you had a great World Cross Stitch Day. And what did you pick up at the shop that day, Stephanie?
So I always I have a wish list of things that I want to pick up when I'm at the shop, and then so every time I go there, I knock something off my list. And this one is by Country Cottage Needleworks called Let Love Bloom. Oh, they're funny, they're enough. They're so cute. And I'm so not a girly girl like that, but I think they're precious. And I love that it is all in DMC except for the grass they're sitting on, which is called Poblano Pepper by Crescent Colors.
Oh, I've used that. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's really cute. You can tell just in the picture. They're very good. But anyway, I love this.
Right.
Because I'm into love stuff.
So, the next thing I kind of wanted to show, and I'm not going to do a big, demonstration or whatever with it, but my stand came from Artisan Designs, my lap stand. And let me just first tell you that I would not have finished Birch Point and all those French knots without it by holding my Q-snap with my left hand and maintaining my tension on those French knots. I had to mount it in some kind of frame. And I have a floor stand. It was a cheapie from Joann's years ago. I don't really like it. I don't even remember who made it. We still have it, but
I tried it one time. It's not fun.
It's not the best one. But on the recommendation of some people at Retreat and Stitching Friends, I went ahead and ordered the Elan, E-L-A-N. And I think I mentioned to you last week that I had got the shipment notice. So,
and also P.S., we got the Artisan Design stand and the rack from Yvonne and I think something else.
Oh yeah, all the same day.
Oh yeah, from Leslie, all on the same day, but they didn't ring the bell and they didn't put it in the box. Obviously, the mailbox was too big. But we went outside because we were going to go run errands. And my mom was like, oh, yeah, this one time when you went to get the mail, you forgot this whole pile of crap over here because we had the garage door open and they just set it inside the garage. Okay, so just real briefly, this is what it looks like. And I know there are stands out there made by other people that are similar. There we go. And, of course, I'm tipping again. Right. But let me just mention a couple of things. It's very smooth. And it's very nicely sanded and finished, okay, quality-wise. All the corners are rounded. Everywhere.
It is also very portable. You can unscrew the key knobs that you can see, and it all kind of packs itself on the bottom. And that's all explained in the little leaflet that comes with. I was able to put my Q-snap, if you saw the picture on Instagram.
It goes right in here.
And it goes right in there. There's a little,
you turn this knob right here to tighten it.
There's a little place for your magnetic strip for your needle. And also, if you are using an extra, sorry, I need all of the screen here. But if you have an extra wide piece, this middle slides out.
Okay. Very easily. It's not like
so. With our kind of makeshift set here for FlossTube, I don't know that I can really do any more of a demo than that, but it's very well made.
And this rotates.
Oh yeah,
too,
so you can flip it
your angle
to the back,
and this rotates too. So what you need, it's not like super stationary in one place. So yeah.
So that's my Elan lap stand from Artisan Designs in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And what I learned is you're not going to get a confirmation that they received your order, but you will be notified when it's shipped. And it was shipped in good time. So
I was going to say, what was the order to delivery amount of day to you? Not like exact, but about how much? Was it like 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
No. It was a week and a half.
Oh, it was that quick?
Week and a half, 2 weeks. It was very quick. I mean, Oklahoma to Ohio. If you live closer to Oklahoma, you might get it. Quicker. But I do love this. I don't know that I'll use it for every project because it's hard to teach an old girl new tricks. But it's going to be great for retreats. And we have one coming up in September, and then we have Stitch Away, of course, in January. So, because we're at tables. And I don't sit at the table generally at home. I know I did the other morning doing those French knots, but I normally am in my recliner. So, anyway, just PSA on this lap desk. Lap stand. All right.
So, I got a gadget too. I actually got it, like 3 weeks ago. But, if you've noticed that the lighting has been better, it's because, they were having at Joann, was it 50%? Yeah, it was a 50% off all OttLite sale. Now, my mom has an OttLite. She's had one since I can remember. It's the most highest quality natural light for stitching, whatever. However, hers is a floor sand light. It's like crazy expensive. So, we sit totally differently when we stitch. Like, I kind of sit forward when I stitch. My mom sits back in her recliner like this, and I just prefer stitching like that. Whatever. But the OttLite that I was using was like 900 years old. My hair's falling. And it was like one of these, and it really wasn't flexible, and the light wasn't that bright. Anyway, so we utilized the sale. So pardon the light shift, but I really want to show you this. There we go. Okay, so this is it right here. This is super. If you can't tell that's bendy, then like you have a problem with your eyeballs. And it's a really nice sturdy base. The light has, I hope I'm not going to blind you, but it's touch, so you just touch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, yeah. And then, the cool feature, or coolest, if you ask me, feature, so it does plug into the wall. There's a USB hole in the back, too. Whatever, port, hole, it's all the same. And so I can charge my phone.
Or keep her phone charged.
Or whatever, at the same time. So, I don't remember. I think the original, like, retail cost of this is $80, and we got it for $40. Look at me trying to play tactile. But, I like it because the base is really sturdy, and I like it because it's super flexible, and
there we go.
The natural way, it's great. So yeah, so we got gadgets.
We got gadgets
to show you. So, if anyone's thinking about investing in either an Artisan Designs, or a lap stand, or a light, those are our highest recommendations. OttLites are the way to go. They have so many different styles of Joann's, for our, lights. So.
Yep.
Yay.
Okay. So, yeah, that pretty much sums up our week.
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking forward to starting some new projects in the next week.
Yes.
Which we'll tell you about. Stephanie has not started. Have you started your August ornament?
Yes, yeah, you have. I already finished one.
So I had to get on the ball. Yes. And I'm doing something that is a little bit different in style. I'm not a prim stitcher generally, although some prim things, like, turkey and a pumpkin or whatever that thing was, right. Whatever I just showed you,
right.
I just get a kick out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we went to the magazines again, and I can't remember what issue this was, right. But this is a Mosey and Me, and it's called Yule, because you as in lamb.
Yeah.
Yuletide greetings, and I had a bear over time with his head.
Oh my God, did she?
Last night we were watching TV and I was saying bad words, and then this morning I got the green of his wreath done, and I'll have it done by next week. So that'll be August Christmas ornament number one for Pam. Super cute. My friend Janice, who I've known on Facebook for years and years, wanted to know where I got that needle minder, which also has a ewe lamb on it. And it was one of the things that Annie Miller sent from Annie's Crazy Stitchin' in episode 5. And so, if you love those cloth-covered needle minders,
I got a cat one.
She got the cat one, and I got this lamb one, and they are nice because they're covered in fabric. Right. They're really, really cute. So, so our plans include working on our ornaments, and working on our current projects.
Once she finishes that one, then I got to start on to be completely honest, I haven't decided if I'm going to do 2 or 3.
Right. So the ornament train is still chugging along.
It is.
And
then also, I need to work. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Drew.
Remember that tattoo piece?
Okay, so I did sort it for the record. Y'all saw it last week. I did sort it.
Yep.
So, but now that I'm at kind of like a stopping point on my got candy. It's sitting right over there. I can see it. With the bag of floss and everything. So I'm going to work on that for a while. Michelle, okay, slow your roll, girlfriend. Because you don't have it done in like 3 days. So, she did say to me this morning when I texted her, she said that there's no shoulds in cross stitch. And I appreciate that.
That was nice.
Because I was like, kind of sweating a little bit, like, no.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I need to do that. That is what I would like to work on this week. I pulled out that beer, I'm kind of beautiful, and was like, oh, I always done that. So I might do that, but whatever.
Yeah, you can finish that.
Yeah. But I really want to, make some headway on my tattoos.
Right. If you don't follow us on Instagram, PG Soap here and SC Schaffner for this kid. And we usually post daily updates on Instagram. We're pretty active on Mania as well. And show notes eventually appear on my blog, crossroadsofmymind.blogspot.com. And so that's gonna wrap it up. We're at an hour and 2 seconds.
No, 2 minutes and 14.
Oh, 2 minutes. An hour and 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
Yes.
So we'll be back next week with some progress reports and some updates. And we need to go to the mailbox. And you'll know it when we get there. I also wanted to shout out to Joanne Jones out in Calgary. She was the first person to ask if she could have my birch point chart. And so I'm done with it. I'm ready to stick it in the mail. So I'll get it in the mail probably tomorrow, Joanne, and send it up. I'm thrilled that it's going to Canada. So it makes my heart happy. We gotta go now because we got stitching to do.
Right.
So once again, I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is Just Keep Stitching. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.